like I said at the end, like that's probably the worst they're ever gonna see us. Bad shooting night, a lot of good looks just didn't go in. But at the end of the day, like she said, we got to put a full 40 together when you're playing against the #1 team. So we definitely learned from that. We're not hanging our heads. We definitely fought hard. We fought back, and I think that's promising for us.
Veronica, kind of just a roller coaster of a game tonight. What are your just thoughts on what happened?
I mean, we lost. I think we can't come out and expect to win any game against the Minnesota Lynx when we don't play a full game and when we don't play the full game to the hardest of our ability and with the focus that we need to. So we weren't going to win that game with even just how we started off.
For either of you, is it a little bit encouraging, though, that in the fourth quarter you guys were able to make that run and make it a 7-point game and still be in it at the end?
Yeah, I mean, like I said at the end, like that's probably the worst they're ever gonna see us. Like bad shooting night, a lot of good looks just didn't go in. But at the end of the day, like she said, we got to put a full 40 together when you're playing against the #1 team. So we definitely learned from that. We're not hanging our heads. We fought hard. We fought back, and I think that's promising for us.
Veronica, you talked, I think, on Monday about the importance of ball pressure, and Natalie mentioned that pregame is something that she was focused on game plan-wise. Did you feel like you guys did a good job pressuring the ball, or were there some points where it could have been better maybe?
Yeah, I think we had moments of it, and we saw what worked when we did that. But I think sometimes our problem is we pick and choose, and maybe when we start scoring a little bit, that's when our ball pressure increases, and it should be the other way around. So, yeah, I think that can definitely get better. And it's not for necessarily a lack of effort. Like, it takes intentional focus, and it's hard because you're trying to be in help and you're trying to be in shifts and then apply ball pressure. So, but we got to find ways to be able to do that for the full game.
Tip, you play this team again on Monday. What's the biggest thing that needs to change between now and Monday for the next game?
Just putting 40 together. Like I said, I think we got a lot of good looks, so we're going to knock those shots down. So that was one of our biggest things tonight. And like she said, being there in the shifts and just getting back to us and doing that for 40 minutes. I think we gave a lot of effort towards the end, but we got to start and finish that way.
Tip, you've been in a lot of big games. What did that feel like out there? Did that bring the kind of a playoff intensity? Did it feel like something a little bit more than a regular season game?
It felt good. I liked it. I liked the challenge. I didn't like getting down by that much, but I liked our fight at the end. I love how we fought. Like she said, we made a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, our fight was there the entire time. It's just about being intentional, and it's about doing the little things for 40 minutes, the whole game. So I enjoyed it. I know that was a playoff feeling type of game, and I really love those, and I can't wait for the next one.
Veronica, how much do you credit their defense where they forced you guys into a lot of desperation shots with 1 second left on the shot clock in that first half like that?
I mean, they're definitely a good defensive team. We know that. The league knows that. And then that's where, at the end of the day, sometimes that happens in a lot of our games. Like, we take some low shot clock threes. That's just kind of the reality of sometimes of our offense. But just being aggressive, being fearless, and getting to our spots and understanding where they're going to be. I think we had a good understanding of that. But just getting off the ball quickly, cutting when we need to cut. But, yeah, they're a good defensive team.
How do you two just kind of diagnose the slow start? What wasn't clicking in that first half?
I think there's like a mental focus and a competitiveness that needs to come out. And, yes, they hit some great shots. They hit some tough shots, but we can't afford to keep saying the same thing about our starts, and we need to come out. This is a really important game. We know that, and so we need to act like it when we come out and hold each other accountable, and we will, but it's just like a sense of urgency from before the game even starts because we can't get down at 22 at one point and expect to win this game. So it's pouring into each other, pouring into the game from the get-go because we're also setting up our second unit for a tough task when they come in. So we can't rely on them to just pick us up every single game. We got to start the game strong.